Hey everyone, this is Greg here. How are you this evening? It was a beautiful day in Oregon today, and got outside and I went on a great hike, and boy, there's just not that many days that are this nice. So we're actually having a really good summer, which is, our winters are long, so we need one. I know people in the Midwest go, well, what do you mean your winters are long? Well, it rains for 4 months, and that can get pretty tough. But boy, it was just a beautiful day. So anyway, this is our Eddc608 Summer 2017 Week 1, Week 2 transition video. And I'm broadcasting here from Newberg, Oregon with my iPad and in my little office in my apartment. And I'm a high school teacher, so in the summer I do a lot of college teaching and of course Eddc608, so I'm busy as ever and I work from home. But anyway, I just wanted to say welcome to the course, and we've had a great first week. I can just tell when a class is really charged up to do a good job and motivated, and I appreciate that. And the first thing about being in a doctorate program is that there's not a lot that can slow you down if you are a good writer. And if you're not a good writer, then you can work at it. But everything we do in the program, every email, every post, needs to have very good grammar, good solid sentence structure, good paragraphs. And when I email friends and stuff, I don't even capitalize. I just put the words out there. It's kind of like my way of texting or tweeting or something. But the more you practice good writing, the better the program will be. And Concordia's program is great. Okay, well, to get going, Week 1 went really well, and I appreciate everybody's hard work. Week 2 is coming up. Now, Week 2 deals with the scientific method, and this is a week I really enjoy because I work for Concordia and I work for some other schools because I really love quantitative research. I teach statistics in high school too. And the scientific method is what I truly enjoy. And I may send you some things. I have lots of ideas and opinions. But that's what this week is about. Now, first of all, as you will read in your content, there are several scientific principles. And the one that I hold to most is what's called falsifiability. And if you Google this, you'll see the philosophers of science, Popper and Kuhn, they talk about falsifiability. Here's what this means. We can't know anything for sure, but we know what isn't true. So let me give you an example. If I say small class sizes improve academics, we might think that's true, and we might think there's a way to prove it. But from the scientific point of view, there's really not. Now, if we run an experiment, we can show that to be false. We can show that to be false, but we can't say that the alternative is true. And you'll understand more what I'm talking about here as the course goes on. So, for instance, here's a question, and of course, a lot of us that go to Concordia are believers. Does God exist is not a scientific question because it can't be falsified. There's no agreed upon way to show that is not true. So it's not a scientific question because it can't be falsified. All right, it can't be shown to be false. There's no actual way to show it to be false. If you say vitamin D increases your attitude, then you can show that to be false. Now, it may not, but it can be done. There is a way to do it. That's what makes it scientific in nature. So it's a great week, and it deals with that. Now, you'll have 3 assignments this week. One is non-scientific principles, and that's a group project. And I know the group work is challenging because everybody has to get together, and but so far it's worked out pretty good. And we have one group that has 2, so hang in there because we're down to 14 now. And that happens, but we can do it. The next thing you'll have is your developing a research question assignment. And a research question, what I want you to keep in mind this week is about research questions. It's not about testable hypotheses. That comes up next week. And what a testable hypothesis, been out in the sun too long today, is quite different. So you'll focus on research questions today. Now, one of the things that you need to know is a lot of people come into the course thinking, the courses are all designed to point right towards your dissertation to help you. That doesn't mean you have to even have a dissertation in mind right now or a research question or areas that you're interested in, but I do see that a few of you do, and there's some great areas there. So you're going to start to write some research questions this week, and you will use them in week 8. So this week connects to week 8 quite clearly. A research question might be this: what are the effects of small class sizes on academic achievement? Is there a difference in the academic achievement of students in Oklahoma and Arkansas? Now, those are research questions because they can't actually be tested because they're quite general. A research question deals with a loose idea of causation or association. So I might say exercise promotes long life. Well, there's no actual way to test that, but it is a good research question. It's the area you're interested in. So research questions are very general. They deal with cause and effect, and they deal with association. So we will get into testable hypotheses next week, and that's the week that's the most challenging because people have trouble with writing actual testable hypothesis. A testable hypothesis would be this: the mean score on the 8th grade math exam of all students in Nebraska is equivalent to the mean score of the 8th grade math exam of students in Kansas. Now that's a testable hypothesis because a 2-sample t-test can tell us whether we can reject that null hypothesis or not. So we're not writing hypothesis this week. We're writing good research questions that we want answered. Does a student's relationship with their parents affect their academic achievement? Well, academic achievement and relationship with parents are not operationalized yet. They're not turned into a variable, so there's no way to see if there is a correlation or not. So we're not into the operationalizing stage yet. Now, what do I mean by operationalizing a variable? Okay, if we want to find out whether the mean length of alligators in Florida and Louisiana is different, that's pretty simple. We get a sample, we measure the mean and standard deviation of the samples, and we do a 2-independent sample t-test. If we want to say that people in Texas are smarter than people in Alabama, we have to operationalize the variable, and we do that with an IQ test. Now, psychologists aren't in agreement with what intelligence is, but the IQ test is what operationalizes intelligence to the best we know and turns it into a variable so we can use it to test hypotheses. So that's where the difference is. So there's 3 assignments this week. The most important one is developing good research questions, and I'm going to give you some really good feedback on that. And then we get into the week following where we develop testable hypotheses. And so developing good hypotheses will roll right into the week 8 project. The thing I want to make clear is everything we do is leaning towards that week 8 project, which we will start on early. And that's the chapter 3 and 4 simulated methods research session. But so far, the class has been great. I appreciate everybody. We're coming up against 10 minutes, and I don't think I can go over that. At least I have a hard time uploading it if it's over 10. But keep up the good work, and I've had my little one-day vacation until 4 weeks from now. So contact me anytime with any questions, and we'll have another good week. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.